Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Chris, one guy having a big year for this club, leading the team in home runs and runs batted in, Frank Thomas. Always exciting to see him in action, and it seems like he consistently finds a way to impact the game.
Yeah, Boog, it's offensively at the plate, defensively when he's on the bases. And this guy's just a heads-up player, but he's got so much talent, and he makes the most of that. I believe it starts with his preparation because you never see him give away an at-bat. Oh, you know this guy wants to be better than that. I mean, the ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win ball games. And at this point, you have to forget about your own individual stats, and you have to go out there and attack and try to get that W. And if you do that, you'll look up, and most likely that ERA will have dropped over time. First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swing and a ground ball in the middle. That's a base hit. And a forward on the leadoff single.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like you did right there.
The pitch. Big swing and a miss. Been a real struggle on the mound early on, Siggy.
Yeah, having a hard time finding that rhythm, and it's starting to look like a game where the bullpen could get a lot of work.
Runner at first with no outs here. Foul ball still, 1-2 count. Command has been the issue, no doubt. What do you see?
Well, it looks like he's fighting against himself instead of just working with himself and allowing his mechanics to flow. He's trying to overthrow instead of allowing things to just sort of naturally develop. Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone. By the time he got to the plate, people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the brave guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Orlando Cepeda next up for the Cardinals. Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
The 1-2. Grounder might be 2. To second, that's 1. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. One hit in the inning, but no run. And now the Nats get their first opportunity. There's no score. Back here with my pal Siggy, and on the hill, Cal Quantrill.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the second baseman, Jackie Robinson. Pitch. Late on that fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sit down on strikes. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone. Jorge Barrosa digs in now. Fastball for a strike. One down, base is empty. And another ball. On the ground, right side. Cepeda steps on the bag, and 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now here is James Wood. Carlson tracks it down for the out. Nationals lead one, scoreless after one. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Nolan Gorman. He provides a surprising amount of pop from the second base position.
Listen, that's not something to take lightly. Getting that kind of production from the guys up the middle, it's not a strength of most lineups.
That's a strike. And what does that do for a team when you get power from unexpected spots like that?
When you're in the dugout and you see a guy come up big like that you don't necessarily expect it, it just energizes that entire team.
He dives but can't hang on. That's a base hit. Throw back in holds him at first, so just a single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Nice job of driving that pitch the you know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field. It doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And up next for St. Louis, Troy Bless. And there's a curve through for a strike. Nobody out, runner at first. Double play ball to second. There's one. And that's two.
Well, they made his pitch down in the zone. He got that ball on the ground. And the play he was looking for. Really good execution.
This is Dylan Carlson. That's a base hit, and that extends the inning.
The catcher,
Josh Gibson stepping in now. And a 3-1 on the way. That one fouled off.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. So two down. Brendan Donovan now at the plate. That one back up the middle and it gets through. Coming home. Here's the throw. It's off the mark and he scores. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits at the middle. So nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Cal Quantrill next up for the Cardinals. And a 1-1. Headed down the line. On the move. Can't get there. This one lands foul. And now it's 1-2.
2-2.
Just missed. Command has been the issue, no doubt. What do you see?
Just too many pitches in the heart of the zone. He's not commanding his pitches and working the edges up and down, in and out, and he's getting hit hard.
Line drive, fair ball. Coming home. And that rolls into the corner. One run is in. Relay throw home. Save.
He's safe.
And they lead by 3. Go ahead, Singy, say it. Helps his cause.
Helps his cause. Get that guy a jacket. He might be standing out there for a little while.
So the lineup flips over. Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. Next offering in there for a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Man at second. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Back gone. He sends it out of here. His 28th home run of the season. It's 5-zip.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the glove.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now up for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. But they take the lead thanks to a 5-run outburst. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Nationals nothing. Bottom of the second. And now up for Washington, Luis Gonzalez.
Look how good these offenses are. There's a lot of ball game left.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
There's a swing and a miss. Kenny Jansen doing all plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
Sneaks through, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Everything came together for him. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front. Didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Stepping in, Mark McGuire. Swings through that one. Quantrill, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Gonzalez gets his lead at first, nobody out. That one missed.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Donovan tossed the second. Out of first, double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there. And his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
2 outs, base is empty. Now, Hebert Ruiz. 2 outs. And strike 2.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And that's outside.
2-2.
2 down, nobody on. Out towards left center. Walker sizes this one up and puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. And we're back. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's a big power threat. Orlando Cepeda. Here comes a pitch. Liner stays at first.
Yikes, that ball was scorched. An absolute missile. It almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Nolan Gorman. 1-1 now.
No.
And that's a little high. One out, base is empty. Here's a strike. That's ripped. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Man at first, Troy Gloss. Next up for the Cardinals. That one close, ruled the ball. And it's 2-1. But Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. So it's first and second with only one away.
Now back the center field.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Chris Bubich departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Now on the bump, Jackson Rutledge.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing the work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
2 on with 1 out, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Dylan Carlson. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right-handed reliever to short, could be 2. 1 at second, and it's a double play to end the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, errors, and 1 left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Nationals nothing. Bottom of the inning. Up now for Washington, Jacob Amaya. Next offering misses. 2-1. Chop back up the middle. Gathers and throws to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting none. No pitcher.
Jackson Rutledge digging in for the Nationals. And that's outside. And it's 2-1.
It seems like it can be really hard at times for pitchers to throw the ball right down the middle. They're so used to working on the edges, but then you have a guy up like this. He can't hurt you. Just throw it down the middle.
Down the line. And that drops foul. Sets him down looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. So the Nats lineup turns over. Next to hit for the Nats, Jackie Robinson. This guy makes great contact, one of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
All over that one right there. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. Could be a chance here for them to start playing back into this ballgame.
Jorge Barrosa digging in for the Nationals. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
outs and one in scoring position. That one drilled left field. Walker ranging back. Grabs it right up against the wall. One hit, one left. On to inning number 4. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Nationals nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Josh Gibson. Here's a 1-2. Rip towards third. Throw over to Thomas. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Come back. The shortstop, Brendan Donovan.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Brendan Donovan. One down, base is empty. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. And a pitch. This one popped up. Thomas under it. 2 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Cal Quantrill next up for the Cardinals. And a pitch. The other way. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. And down in order go the Cardinals, as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Frank Thomas. Lobber to right field, way back, gone. So he blasts one out the other way, and they cut into the deficit. It's 5-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. He took the split finger that was away and stayed on plane with it nicely. That's one of the most difficult pitches to score. He just did it, and right there, he was a professional hitter.
Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, James Wood. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. A gigantic blast. His second home run of the series, and they cut into the lead. It's 5-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it, and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ballpark.
Here is Luis Gonzalez. That one misses. 2-1.
Well, these Nats showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
That's out to center field. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Mark McGuire digging in for the Nationals. And the right-hander deals. Swings through that one out in front that time.
It's still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
Still only one out here in the inning. Base knock right field.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep, so pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Quantrill back to work. One fouled off, 2-2. Quantrill back to work. Ground ball to the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
Just one of those seam-high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you enough.
So one out with two aboard at the plate. Jacob Amaya. And he deals. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Drifts towards it. Calls it in, 2 away.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
So first and second with 2 outs. Here's the pitcher, Jackson Rutledge. The 1-1 is fouled off. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score here in the second game of the series. Gets a piece. It stays alive. And here it comes. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That ends the inning. And they limit the damage. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 5-2. We go to the top of the 5th, and here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Jordan Walker. The pitch. Swings here and blasts one left field. Gone! Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 6-2.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. The 1-1 is fouled off.
The big bat's coming up and a home run already surrendered. He's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
In the air, left field, down the line, and no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Swings and misses, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days, but when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Rolls across the diamond, 2 away.
Now got the second baseman.
So digging in, Nolan Gorman. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. And the slider just misses.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. Because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
And the 2-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. It misses. It's a strikeout. St. Louis tacks on one with a homer. It's now 6-2. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now to start the bottom of the fifth, and taking over on the mound, Sonny Gray.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
And the batter now, Jackie Robinson.
The second baseman.
Ball to strike. And it's fouled away. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And the righty deals. That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good chase that time.
Full count.
That's to third. Gloss. Zips it across.
He's out.
And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Now back. The right field.
Jorge Barrosa digging in for the Nationals. One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The pitch. Got it by him for the K.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Grounded to Gorman. Tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So they go quietly there. We're through 5. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Nationals 2. Top of the 6th inning. Down the third baseman, Troy Gloss. And the pitch. And a curve misses outside. Stays alive. Righty to the plate. On the ground. And it gets by him.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Dylan Carlson getting ready to hit. And a pitch. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. McGuire drifts towards it, puts it away for the out.
Now back.
Josh Gibson next up for the Cardinals. Man at first, one away. In the air, out towards right center. That's out number 2.
Now batting.
Man at first, Brendan Donovan. Next up for the Cardinals. At the belt and fires. And a foul ball. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Now batting. The pitcher, Sonny.
So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals, Nolan Arenado, looking for a big hit with 2 out and runners at first and second. The 1-1.
That's the ball.
be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The 2-1. And there's a ball. Jordan Walker on deck, already 2 homers in the game.
Huge impact in this one so far, and you know he'd like to make some noise in this inning as well.
2 low, ball 4, and he's walked another.
Well, interesting, he went with the off-speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Now the left fielder, Jordan Walker. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Kicks and fires. Pitch is in for a strike, and the count is 1-2. And another ball.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Swung on, belted. Time blast, a grand slam, and he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 10-2. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he has really seen the ball well in this one. A great job here of staying within himself. You know that if you get a knock, you're going to drive in a couple, so stay focused on that. Well, he does more than just a knock. It's the grand slam to drive in 4. Really good job with the plate.
On a pitch now for the Nationals, Paul Sewell.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year. Typically at least 1 an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
2 outs, nobody on. Lars Nootbaar will hit next. 2 outs. That's down and in.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1 now. Swinging a foul straight back. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Righty delivers. And that one a little below the knees. And that's ball 3. 2 outs, base is empty. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 2 down, nobody on. So Pete Bear at 98 miles an hour. That slam brings home 4 for the Cards. It's now a 10-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, number 58.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
And now up for Washington, James Wood.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Bounce to the left side. Throws to first in time. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, center fielder, Luis.
So up next, Luis Gonzalez. Lifted in the air, right field. Nootbaar snags it, and there are 2 outs.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it out enough to really drive it.
2 outs, base is empty. Up now for Washington, Mark McGuire. Ball to strike. The pitch.
He rides.
Fights it off. You'll see another. The pitch. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nationals go quietly. And the deficit stays at 8. It's 10-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Now up for St. Louis, Orlando Cepeda. Swings through that.
Well, that's that slurve right there. Threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of break. So tough to get that barrel to.
Foul ball still 1-2 count. Pitch. Got him swinging.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. And another ball.
2-1.
That one finds the zone, and it's 2-2.
2 strikes.
And there's the ball. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Bounced up the middle. It's through for a hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
1 down. Now at the plate, Troy Gloss. The pitch. Liner, caught at second. Back to first, and they got him. Double play. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Redbirds 10 and the Nationals 2. And we're back. Here's the catcher, Hebert Ruiz. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And there's 1 down.
Now back. The shortstop, Jacob.
Next to hit for the Nats, Jacob Amaya. The Cardinals up big in this one here at the bottom of the 7th. Foul ball there. One down, base is empty. And that's a strikeout looking. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3. Pitch hitter coming on. Yoan Moncada trying to get something going for him with 2 away. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That one gets down for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Yes, he did. That's a swing. Two outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And a pitch. And another ball.
2-2.
Next pitch misses way outside. Jorge Barrosa waits on deck. And down on strikes. That's the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Jackie Wise.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
And now Dylan Carlson. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And one out now. Tanner Rainey taking over on the mound.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
The 1-1.
No.
Action in the pen down there. Jordan Weems up and throwing. Two now. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Kicks and deals. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's the money maker right there. Two strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, it's just tough. You're looking to protect with two strikes and very difficult to lay off.
In the air, left field. Wood on the move. And that is that. On to the bottom of the eighth. And now up for Washington, Jorge Barrosa. And a pitch. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Number 35.
That ball was blasted, Boog, and as broadcasters, we can go weeks without seeing a ball hit 115 miles per hour, which is what StatCast tells us there. Man, he really got the bat in the zone and did not get cheated.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely smoked. Next to hit, Frank Thomas. Check swing went around, and it's 1-2.
One ball.
When the leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for two.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the wall. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Now the left field.
So they're at the corners now. So next will be the four-hole hitter for the Nationals, James Wood. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. And another ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cuts out and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
It's talked about a lot, but a good high fastball, 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. With all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on.
Pulled the string on the changeup.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically, he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Up now for Washington, Mark McGwire. And he gets tied up right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. This one high in the air to left center. Carlson in pursuit. And that's the inning. We go to the 9th. Out of the plate, the pitcher, number 58.
Number 58.
Up and in, and a count 2-1. And that one clips the corner. Here comes a pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The punch out there, and a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. And here is Jordan Walker, and a chance to make some history here, Chris.
Yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance. At least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4.
That one missed. Just off the outside edge.
That's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
And he deals. Fly ball down the line. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. One down, base is empty. Lifted in the air, right center field. Gonzalez going after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
The right fielder, number 21.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Lars Nootbaar. 2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
And another ball. And here it comes. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing across here this half. Bottom part of the order. 7-8-9. 2 up in inning number 9. It's the Redbirds 10 and the Nationals 2. We head to the bottom of the 9th. And now the catcher comes up to him. Hebert Ruiz. Check swing. Now
What do
an
you
appeal to
got?
third. And no swing, says Jerry Hillsdale. There's a strike. Swings through it for the K. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. And the batter will be the shortstop, Jacob Amaya. Here's a 1-1. The shortstop takes the ball. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
2-2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one. Not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. All the strikeouts, it's kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
1-2.
This could end it. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball. Two outs. And now 2-2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He's got it. And the Cardinals slug their way to a win in this one.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
10-2 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.